Hi, my name is Maria. I'm a professional violinist and a violin teacher. This is a play along with me video, a warm-up routine for intermediate beginner violinists. So if you've been playing for a couple of months, you already know how things are working on the violin, then you're more than welcome to use this video to warm up before you practice your program. This is going to be about 20 minutes long, and that's only because the concept is I play something and then I give you time to play the same thing. If you cut it to where you play along with me together while I'm playing, then it's going to be probably about 10 minutes long. So we'll see. Okay, so the first thing that we're going to do is we're going to make sure that we have a good posture, right? It's really important that when you practice, you don't feel tense, you don't raise your shoulders, you don't stand kind of like this, you know, you gotta be careful. Straight back, straight neck, feet shoulder width apart, and make sure that you feel good, you feel free in your hands. And when you put the violin on, you don't want to adjust anything to the instrument, you know, turning around with your neck and such. No adjusting. The instruments should adjust to you. So when you put the violin on, the instrument should be parallel with the floor, so not too much like this or pointing down. The bow, if you have been playing for a while, you know how to hold the bow. I'm not going to go into that, maybe in some other video, but not right now. So this is a play along video to warm you up before you start practicing. Make sure that you're tuned. I personally tune on 4/4/2. My A is on 4/4/2. If you want that, then tune it to 4/4/2. If not, then 4/4/1 or 4/4/0 is good enough. We are going to use a drone, so we'll see how it works. Okay, so first of all, we're gonna do some bow sound exercises, and we're gonna count to 4 and use the full bow on open strings. Hold your violin here, make sure you feel good, your back feels good, your neck feels good, nothing is tense, everything is relaxed. And we're gonna start with E string. All right, so the tempo is 1, 2, we're gonna use the full bow, 3, 4, 2, 3, 4, and 1, 2, 3, 4, and then lift your elbow, A string, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, lift D string, 1, Alright, so you can do that along with me. We're going to do one more time of the same thing but a little bit faster. Later when we do the exercises, I'm going to give you space to do it alone after I do it first. But for now, we can play along together, right? Let's do it. So the tempo is going to be this. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 8, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, D, 1, 2, 3, 4, and 1, 2, 3, 4, and G, 1, 2, 3, 4, and 1, 2, 3, 4. The idea is to test different bow speeds. If you can't do it that fast, that's alright. Just pick your own tempo. You should always start with open strings to center your sound, to feel how you can make an equal sound in every part of the bow. Not just here or in the middle, or, you know, as you go down you fade out. You want to have an equal sound in every part of the bow. Okay, so we can move on to a scale now. We're gonna go over the G major scale in 2 octaves. We're gonna stay in first position, all right? For both octaves, we're staying in first position. If you haven't done this scale, really quickly, I wanna explain that the placement of fingers is 1 and 2 apart and 2 and 3 together on G and on D string. And then 1 and 2 together and 2 and 3 apart on A and E. On E string, the last note is with the second finger. We're not going to play the third finger because for G major scale, we start and end on the G note. All right, let's see. We need a drone now for G. I'm gonna pick the lower G, this G. And so what we're gonna do is I'm gonna put the metronome on 60 beats per minute. So I'll play 2 beats per note at 1 note per bow. 2 beats per note, 1 note per bow. You're gonna have all this information posted on my blog, on my website. So if you open the link below this video, you're gonna see all the information, everything that we did written out, so that, and why we're doing this, and why is it good for, and you can inform yourself through that. Now we're gonna use the drone, and we're gonna start with 2 beat notes at 1 note per bow. G, and then metronome. After I'm done, you're next. 1, 2, 3, 4. And back. Alright, so now it's your turn. I'm gonna count to 4 and then you should start. 1, 2, 3, 4. And back. One more octave. And G. 2, 3, 4. Great job. All right, let's rest the drone for a second here. Now, next thing we're gonna do is we're gonna play 1 note per beat at 2 notes per bow. Let's do that. I play first, then you play after me. Do this without the drone. 60 beats per minute. counting one open bar at 4/4. 1, 2, 3, 4. One, two, three, 4. Back. All right, good job. So here we're gonna do, at the same tempo, we're gonna do 8 notes now. So that means 4 notes per bow at 2 notes per beat. So each note is gonna be half a beat long, okay? These are 8th notes, they're called. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and... One, 2, 3, 4 and... Good, it's getting shorter each time, right? All right, so the next thing that we're gonna do is gonna be 8 notes per bow at 4 notes per beat. These are called 16th notes. This is the last thing that we're gonna do with the metronome. After that, we're not gonna use the metronome. All right, 60 beats per minute, 4 notes per beat, 8 notes per bow. 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, that's the rhythm. Subdivisions. We're practicing subdivisions. We're practicing bow speed, bow distribution, left hand, right hand, synchronizing, articulation, many things with this. This is very beneficial to practice, so do it, okay? 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and... 3, 4. All right, great job. I hope you're having as much fun as I am having with this. All right, so now the last thing that we're gonna do is try to fit all the notes on the up bow and a down bow. So on 2 bows, we're gonna do the full scale, 16 notes per bow. You can do this in different speeds, okay? I'll show you a faster speed and a slower speed. Try your best, okay? So 1, 2, 3, 4. That's on the faster side. If you want to do it a little bit slower, let's do it in this tempo. Or even slower if you do that. The thing is that as you're increasing the numbers of notes per bow, you're decreasing the bow speed. So the left hand should be faster while the right hand should be slower. And this is really good for coordination between the left and the right hand and making the hands a little bit independent from each other. But a little bit more in my blog about that. All right. So next thing that we're gonna do after the scale is a scale again, but with punctuated rhythms. We're going to do it on tempo 60 again. This is just one exercise. We're not gonna do more of these. You're more than welcome to do more if you know more. But for now, just to make this video a little bit shorter, I'm gonna keep it at one exercise only. So punctuated rhythms, long, short, which means an eighth note with a dot and a 16th. 1, 2, 3, 4. Bum, ba, bum, ba, bum, ba, bum, bum. 1, 2, 3, 4. Your turn now. 1, 2, 3, 4. Alright, you should be done now with that exercise. If you're not, practice it a couple of times, stop the video and then practice it a few times, then try it again with the metronome. Alright, good job. Now, next thing that we're going to do is we're going to open up our etude. The way we're going to practice this etude, in order to make it a play along, is I'm going to practice 2 bars and then I'll stop and then I'll let you play 2 more bars. And I'll do that for 2 lines only. The etude is a little bit longer than that. So I'm gonna do a separate video where I play the etude in 3 different tempos. This is only a reading tempo, so I'll try to make it as slow as possible and as easy as I can make it, okay? The etude is Wolfhard number 4. It's in G major. The way that you're gonna practice etudes is you're gonna try to match them with the scale that you're practicing right now. So if it's G major that you're practicing, then choose a scale choose an etude that is also in G major, or something close to G major like D major or C major. But don't choose an etude with sharps and play a scale with flats or the other way around. Try to match them, because it's going to be hard to go from one key to another that fast. Alright, so Wolfhard, we're going to do 2 lines. That is 2, 4, 6, about 12 bars. We're going to read this etude, and then in a separate video you can find Wolfhard number 4 as a playthrough in 3 different tempos if you want to play with me. Okay, I'll do this in tempo 30. Alright, so you're going to see the etude on the screen now. Only 2 bars, the bars that we're going to practice, so 2 by 2. This is only in first position. Make sure that you follow the same pattern of whole steps, half steps. And here, I'm going to start with the first 2 bars. 1 and 2. 1 and 2 and two, your turn, and 1 and 2 and Alright, if you need to repeat that, go ahead and repeat that. I'm going to move on to bar number 3 and 4. 1 1 and 2 and 1 and 2 and 1 and 2 and T da da T. Straight into bar 5 and 6. 2 and your turn. Awesome. We went through the first line. Let's do the second line now. 1 and 2 and your turn. And three and 4 from the second line. 2 and two. Your turn. And good job. And now the last 2 bars from the second line. 1, 2 and to your turn. Alright, we're going to finish this here. However, you can find this. I'm going to link this etude to another video that's only about the etude, explaining what it is for and then playing it in 3 different tempos. And then you can play along with that. Okay, so I hope that was helpful. Now, at the end of this little warm-up session, we're going to do some shifting exercises. If you have shifted to 3rd position already, then do these exercises with me. If not, then I advise not to do it yet. I'm going to cover 3rd position in another video. If you haven't done anything, this is the end of your warm-up, and after this, after playing this etude or any other etude that you're working on, you can go ahead and play your program, anything that's, you know, any concertos or pieces that you're working on. And it was really, really nice to play along with you and to make this video. It was a lot of fun for me. I hope that it helps. Any suggestions, any comments that you have, you're more than welcome to share them with me. You can find all the information about this warm-up on my website, as well as suggestions about other things that you can add to your warm-up session. I'm gonna do a lot more warm-up routines these couple of weeks until the end of the summer. So I hope that you watch those too. Let's do some shifting exercises before we move on to something else. All right, so if you've done 3rd position, you know that the 3rd position is when your 1st finger comes in the place of the 3rd finger. And this is really important that you do it with a lot of control, no tension, no pressure, and making sure that your hand and your finger is sliding. So no jumping, no launching the hand, no sudden difficult movements. Everything needs to be smooth. So we're going from B to D on A string, right? So I'll do it in my own tempo and then I'll let you do it. So we're only going to do 1, 1, then 2, 2, then 3, 3, and 4, 4. 1, 2, and 1. Your turn. 2, and take your time to shift up and down. Now second finger. Let's go from C sharp to E. 1 and 2 and 2 and let's go to from D to F. And finally from E to G. Alright, so that's the exercise for now. I'm going to record a lot more exercises for third position, but you know, something like this or the same thing should be a part of your warm-up routine if you plan to practice something in third position. Thank you for watching. Please check out my website for more information and for the Wolfhard etude and everything that you need. And if you have any questions, please ask them in the comments or send me an email from the website. Thank you. See you in the next video. Bye.